YouTube, what's good, everybody? Was just working out, you know. Um, but today's video is about stay strong. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, today's video is about these ex NFL players becoming head coaches. Gerard Mayo. I believe he was a linebacker for the Patriots. I think he got drafted by the Patriots. Um, he's currently 37 years old, right? Um, for me, I have a big problem with that. I don't like ex NFL players becoming head coaches. I really don't. You know. Now you could say, well, how about the NBA? I don't like it for both. I don't like it for both sports. I really don't. That's why Shaq denied being a head coach. That's why Michael Jordan denied ever being a head coach. Charles Barkley denied ever never being a head coach because it's just too much. You have to deal with 15 different personalities. You have to deal with 52 different personalities. Because I got flack for saying Deion Sanders was not going to live up. Just because he was a great cornerback doesn't mean he's going to be a head coach or a good head coach. And you see it, right? So who was wrong? Me or him? I'll put the link in the description box down below. I should have copied and pasted I should have copied the link when I was doing this. But yeah, I got a lot of flack for it. That video hit like at least 5.4K views at the time. And I said that he wasn't fit to be a great head coach, because of his philosophy, but I just don't like these ex NFL players becoming head coaches. For one, just because you were a great player or average player doesn't mean you know how to structure a roster together, right? Because you have to bring your guys in that that can do the job, you know. Um, Now, Bill Belichick did play football in his heyday. John Madden did play football in his heyday. Tom Coughlin did play football in his heyday. So they do have somewhat experience playing the game. But you have to have a sharp mental mind to be a head coach. A lot of people say, well, head coaches don't matter in the playoffs or head coaches don't matter in the NFL. It's all about the players. They go out there and they have to execute the plays, right? It's kind of like the army. If you go to the army and they say, Walter, you have to cover this person, that person, and that person. You all three have to, go to that, area and cover that area. Do not let your man die. That's on you. If you let one of your men die, that's on you. You're gonna have to live that for the rest of your life. Now, obviously, in sports, it's a little bit different. You're not fighting like you are in, you know, overseas. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're fighting for a paycheck. Um, so I just don't like it. I don't like it. I would have prefer coaches that know how to coach, because you have to, climb up. First you offensive coordinator, special teams head coach, and then you evolve. You climb up the ranks. You know, um, like Tom Coughlin, he was a wide receiver head coach, bumped up to head coach. So, that's why Eli Manning always had good receivers. Not all the time, but Knicks, Manningham, Cruz, Beckham, Plaxico, um, Mario Manningham, Steve Smith, Victor Cruz. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on, Um, but it is what it is. I think this is the new wave of the NBA and the NFL where ex head coaches or ex former players get a head coaching vacancy job or whatever. Like why they can't just you know do commentary like some of the people are doing. Maybe that's not for them. Maybe they need to be more active, or just have a just I don't know, make a podcast or something. I don't know. You see Peyton Manning now that NFL is over. It's not over because he's still going to be covering the NFL. But him and Eli. Because I never saw Eli Manning as a commentator. I know he can do it, but I just don't. I just don't. You know, I don't see him as a commentator. But it is what it is. This trend will continue. But I just don't like it. It's stupid. It's like you're a player. You're a player first, not a head coach. And I just think that it's idiotic. Just because you played the game doesn't mean you know how to coach. You know, and that happens to all first time head coaches. They always play. The players always play hard for them. It's that second, third, fourth season where you feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? Because right now Antonio Pierce, he's an interim head coach. Yeah, his team was playing hard for him. They was diving for loose balls. They was hustling. They was doing this and that. Wait until that year 4 or 5 kicks in, and it's gonna get pretty ugly. Because that defensive vacancy for the New York Giants is open. They resigned for Wick Martindale resigned. So, they're trying to replace that. I'm not saying that he did a pretty bad job, but, there were some games this year where we got blown out. Week 1 against the Cowboys, 40-0. That's on him. That's on him. That's 100% on him. The game against the Dolphins, the 49ers, all the games that we lost against the Oakland Raiders, all the games that we lost was on him because of defense, right? But it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Antonio Pierce as a defensive coordinator, but he doesn't have any experience. I know he coached like Pop Warner or high school defense, but experience is experience. Like it doesn't really matter where you get it from. Experience. Experience is experience. At least he has some type of experience coaching. And he's familiar with the team. He may not know the teams on the player now because obviously that was like 11 years ago. But he still bleed big blue. He won a Super Bowl year. He was on the Washington Redskins at the time. They made a trade for him, and he's been our longest, best linebacker that we had since Lawrence Taylor. But then again, Lawrence Taylor is not even a linebacker. He's an outside linebacker. But you get the point. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what y'all guys think. Do you think ex NFL players should have head coaching jobs? Like look at Wes Welker. I think he's a wide receiver coach, wide receiver head coach, or wide receiver coach for the Dolphins. He came out and said, "Oh, he thinks Tyreek Hill is a better route runner than Randy Moss." I don't know what route running have to do with catching a football. Shoot, I could name plenty of wide receivers that wasn't great at route running, but they knew how to catch the heck out of that ball. You know what I'm saying? Like Steve Smith, Carolina Steve Smith. He wasn't known for his route running, but he played with a lot of intensity, ferociousness, and he let his play do the talking. Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, he was a very great route runner, but he was inconsistent at times. You know, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he knows how to route. He knows how to work the route tree, but he plays faster than he already is, or he plays faster than his mind actually allows him to. Like how you just gifted fast, like track speed fast, which he already ran track. So, but you know, it's like that second gear. It's like you're playing too fast. Your mind is playing too fast than your body, or your body is playing faster than your mind. You think you're faster than everybody, therefore you think you the ish. You know what I'm saying? Which I hate people like that. Odell Beckham Jr. was another one. I mean, he was just super talented. Just because he was super talented, he didn't really have to work hard. And there's a saying, right? Talent works hard so you don't have to, right? Or I think it goes somewhere along the lines, like talent doesn't have to work because, or I forgot how it goes, but it went somewhere like, just because you're talented, you don't have to work because you're talented. But if you're not talented, you have to work 10 times as hard as another person, right? But, it's going to continue. I mean, there's going to be more ex NFL players that's probably going to retire, and probably, be a head coach or be an assistant head coach or whatever. Like Ricky Rubio, he just retired, you know. I mean, I'm not saying that he's gonna, jump in line and be a head coach, but you never know, So, but I'm not for it. I'm not for it at all. So like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.